Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of Blender Essential Tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 15 where we'll be learning to subdivide, fill and merge your object in Blender. So we'll be learning about all of that in detail here in this particular chapter. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page or the workspace of the Blender. So the first thing what I need to do is come here, select your cube and click on tab to go into the edit mode. Okay. And after that, what you're going to do is so now over here, once you have selected all of these edges, you guys can go to the edge option, and from the edge option, you guys can click on subdivide. Okay, so once you have clicked on the subdivide option, if I just move it around here, you guys can see this particular cube got subdivided in different parts. Okay, so over here they do have different kind of faces, and now if you want me to deselect and if you want me to zoom in, over here you guys can see how it actually looks. Okay, so each faces got subdivided into 4 parts right over here. So this is one way of how you will be able to subdivide. And now let's come here into this particular option, and from here let's select this vertices option over here on top. Now if I try to select only one vertices, and now if I want to subdivide, I won't be able to do that. Okay, so if I click on edge, if I go to subdivide, here you guys won't see that there is any kind of changes. But the same way, what if I come here and if I click on shift and I just select both of these parts, and now again I will go to edge, and from edge now I will come here and I will just click on subdivide. So if I just zoom in over here, here you guys can see now I do have another vertices just in between of both of these edges. Okay, so now again I will come here and now I will take the edge select option. So now using shift, let's select this one first. Okay, let's come here, select this one, and now I will select both of this. Again, go to the edge option, and from the edge option, you guys can subdivide. Otherwise, you guys can just right click, and after right clicking, there is the option of subdivide over here on top, and this is how you guys will be able to subdivide both of these parts. Okay, so only this face have basically changed. Okay, if you want to move it to the y-axis, you guys can come here and move it around and check all these things out. Okay, so this is about that. And now if you want to come over here, let's move it to the x-axis, and from here now what I'm going to do is I am going to select this whole thing out. Okay, so for that again I will just click on control. Okay, and after clicking on control I will try to select the face option, and now let's click on alt. Then over here I do have selected the whole thing out, and here as you guys can see, if I just select this whole thing out, let's come here, let's just select this whole thing up, all of these 3 faces, and if I do want to subdivide, I can come here, I can just right click, and basically I can subdivide this particular part from here. And if I want to subdivide it more, okay, I can come here, go to this particular redo option, and from here I can actually select the number of cuts I want over here, and also what is going to be the smoothness between the cut. I can actually select all of that. Okay, and here if you want to move it along the normal, or if you want to give this one up a random speed, you guys can come here, and over here you guys can actually select the roughness of the selected part as well. Okay, so now I do have decreased the roughness over here. You guys can also call this as the fractal, and here you guys can see there is also another option known as the quad corner type. Okay, so in that case, instead of choosing the straight cut, if I go to the path option, and now if I just move this thing along here, you guys can see now it will just distort it in a such a way, and again I can have the smoothness over here as well. Okay, so if you want me to increase or decrease it, and if you want me to decrease the number of cuts, I can actually select the number of cuts over here. Okay, So if you want to subdivide only this part, you guys can come here and basically subdivide here in different parts as well. Okay, and individually after that, if you want to work with anything, let's say I want to actually work with extrude to cursor, so I can come here, let's just extrude this one, and now I can actually select different shapes or make different kind of shapes. Again, let's go back, and now here, now already I am here in my this particular extrude tool. Okay, but here if you want to select the extrude to cursor option from the select box itself, you guys can come here and click on control, and now it will just work out the same way. So if you come here and let's say if you just click on control, you guys will be able to extrude that particular thing. Let's come here, let's click on control, and now you will be able to do it right over here. So for that, again, if you want to select the selection mode, come here, let's just select the face option. Let's come here and let's go to the extrude to cursor, and this is how it will basically extrude to the cursor as well. Okay, so this was about the subdivide option. Now I will just come here and let's say I will just click on extrude to region, and now let's select all of it, and now I will just delete all the vertices all around. So I will come here and now let's click on delete, and I'll just delete the vertices. And now over here we'll be learning about fill option. Okay, so if you want to learn about the fill option over here, we will be able to learn over here in detail. So for that, now I will go here into the Z axis, and now if you want to create any shape, okay, customize shape, you guys will be able to create some customized shapes over here as well. So for that, what I need to do is once I'm over here in the top orthographic view, so now over here to create a triangle, let's add different kind of vertices. So over here, what I'll do is I'll come here and I will just click on control, and I'll just right click on my mouse. And over here, you guys can see I do have this particular vertices. So now I'll just select this thing up and I will just click on one. And after that, again, I will just click on control. I'll come here on top, and now I will just right click over here on my mouse. The same way I will come here and now I will just click on control and right click on my mouse. So over here you guys can see now these vertices are actually over here altogether. So now if I want to work on with the edges and stuff, so for that, now again what I'll do is I'll just select all of this thing up, and let's go to vertices, and from here you guys can select the face from vertices option. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to create a face from vertices. So this is the shortcut key is F from our keyboard, which you guys will be using a lot over here. So now let's come here, let's view it in a y-axis. Okay, so now over here what you're going to do is if you want to work on with the fill, so in that case, again what I'll do is I will come here and I will just select this particular points. Okay, so I will come here, I will select this point, click on E to extrude, and now I will select this one, and from here I will select this part. So once I'm done extruding from here on top, I'll come here, I will take this vertex, and over here as well I will come and I will extrude. So come here and now let's place it right over here if you do want to go back, and now just place it right over here. Okay, so now again what I'll do is I will come here and I will just select both of these vertex, and now what I'll do is I will again move this thing up. Okay, so come here and maybe move this thing up. Let's move this thing over somewhere here. And again, I will just come to this particular side. And over here now, what I'll do is I'll just come to this particular option. And now, if I do want to fill this whole thing up, what I can do is I can just select both of this end using shift. Okay, and I can just click on F. And if I keep on clicking F, here you guys can see it will just move or fill accordingly. Okay, and if I do want to do it all together, I will come here. Let me just select all this extruded option. Okay, so again come right over here, otherwise select this whole thing up, and now click on F. Okay, so come here, let's select this part, and let's click on F, and all this part will get selected. So again, I will just come here. Let's go back and I will just select this vertex and this vertex over here. Click, keep on clicking F. And now here you guys can see now I do have the 4 segments over here. And again, I will click on 3 or otherwise let's go down. Let's just view it from a different angle. Let's come here. Let's just move this thing up. Let's move the x-axis as well. Okay, so come here, and if you want to view it in different mode, you guys can come here and you guys will be able to view it in different mode. Okay, so come here, let's click on this option. Let's move on the x-axis. Okay, so this part is basically done. I will just select all of it and I will just click on delete. So I will just delete these vertices as well. Let's click on enter, and again what I'll do is I will create another cube. Okay, so come here, and now what you guys can do is click on shift and A to create a mesh, and afterwards I will select a cube right over here. Okay, so as I am already here in my edit mode, now if I do want to edit this, okay, or do I want, if I do want to fill it, what I'll do is I'll come here on from on top. Now let me just manage this angle. I will click on this particular face and now I'll click on delete, and now I will cancel and I will just come here. Let's click on delete, and now I will just come here and I just want to delete this face. Okay, so I will come here and now I will just delete this particular face. Okay, so now once I have deleted that particular face, you guys can see right over here this one is basically selected. Okay, so now from here what I need to do is I need to come here in the modifiers option, and from the modifiers option now let's come here, select this particular thing up, and now if you want to add a modifier, you guys will be able to add up a modifier from here itself. Okay, so let's come here, and now if you do want to go back, you guys can come here and you guys can basically go back again. Let's just select only this top part. Let's click on delete, and now I will just delete the faces over here. And from the add modifier option, what I'll do is I'll click on add modifier and I will go to the generate option from here, and from here I will select the solidify. Okay, so once you select the solidify option over here, you guys can see you do have a solidify panel right over here. So basically what you will be able to do is if you just increase the thickness, you will be able to fill this particular thing up. Okay, so over here if I just increase the thickness, let's come here and let's just increase the thickness, and this is how you guys will be able to fill this thing up. So this is one way of how you will be able to fill up your thing, and this also goes with other parts of the angle as well. Okay, so I will click on tab again, otherwise let's go to object mode, click on G, and now let's just move it up right over here, and again I will just click on shift A. Let's go to mesh, and from mesh I will come here and I will select a cylinder. Okay, and now over here once you have selected this particular cylinder, let's go to the edit mode from the tab. Okay, and now let's select this face, click on delete, and now select the faces option. Let's move the x-axis to see the hollowness. And the same way now again what you'll do is once you have selected this part, go to add modifier, go to generate, and from there go to solidify, and now increase the thickness and you will be able to fill this up as well. Okay, so this is what how you will be able to work on with the fill option. So now let's just move this up as well. Let's go to the object mode. Let's click on G, and now let's move it up over here as well. Now let's just zoom out using control minus. Let's come here and let's go control minus. Click this particular thing up, click on G, move it here in one corner. Select this, click on G and move it here in one corner. And now over here, I am going to add 2 other icons. Okay, so let's come here, let's manage the x-axis. And now over here, I am going to add 2 more shapes where I'll be showing you guys basically about how you will be able to merge. So now over here what I'll do is click on shift A, and from there I will go and I will select one UV sphere. Okay, so I can come here and I can basically select a UV sphere. Otherwise, instead of UV sphere, you guys can also use a cube itself. Okay, so let me show you guys in a cube itself. And once you're here, once you have created this one, now what you're going to do is you are going to go and click on add modifier. Okay, and from add modifier you guys go to the generate option, and from generate go to the subdivision surface. Okay, so I will click on this subdivision surface over here, and here, as you guys can see, now I do have this particular shape right over here. Okay, and what you can do is you guys can come here and you guys can actually manipulate the levels viewpoint. Okay, so you guys can come here. If you want to give more, you guys can come here and give this one a bit more over here. And once you are done with this particular thing, let's click on Control A to apply. Okay, so once I have applied this particular thing right over here, now I will click on the right hand side of my mouse, and from here I will click on duplicate object. Okay, and now I just want to move this one towards the y-axis, so I will come here and maybe I will just move this thing quite like this. Okay, so now let's select both of this, and now click on Ctrl J to join both of these things out. Okay, so now here I do have basically joined both of this right over here. And now once both of these are basically selected, let's go to the add modifier option, and from here let's come down to the deform option. Otherwise, let's check here in the generate option, and from here we will go into this remesh option. Okay, so I will come here in the remesh option, and from here I will just on the viewpoint shading. Okay, so I can come here, and from here basically I will be able to change it quite like this. Okay, so I'll be able to change it proper over here. If you want to give some sharp, if you want to make it smooth, you guys can come here and make it smooth quite over here as well. Okay, and here, once you're done with this part as well, go and click here in this particular icon on the side. Click on apply or just click on Control A from your keyboard. So I'll click over here, and now again I will come here into this basic view mode. And now if I would love to move it, I can basically move it out right from here, and I do have basically merged this thing all around. Okay, so over here you guys can see how you will be able to merge your thing out. You guys can basically merge things according to yourself. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood. So here we do have learned about subdivision, we do have learned about merging, and also about the fill. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about Blender. So see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.